And my dad,
Jampa,
also known as King Cousin Ric. He's going to help me out today. We have decided, just based on what everybody says, that everyone wants to see him way more than they want to see me. So,
as I've said, I'm a legend in my own mind.
So anyway, today we are going to make chocolate chip pudding cookies from the kitchen of King Cousin Ric, who we know pretty well.
And you said this to me, and I just went, I'm sorry, I have never seen Ray cook in my life.
I think it might be the only recipe that he has submitted. It's the only one that I've seen him submit.
I mean, he makes a great tri-tip and stuff like that, but I just never thought of Ray when we were younger
as a chef
doing this.
They have camped and been really close longer than I can remember, clearly, but we grew up really close to Ray and his family. So
and we were the three amigos, John Ray, Albino Ray's son, and Ray Driggs and myself, because we would disappear into Death Valley and backpack and hang out, so we were the three amigos.
Yes, you were, and still are, I like to think.
That's it.
So we're making his cookies, pudding chocolate chip cookies, and I know that you guys make fun of us for winging it, but we're gonna have to again because I bought the wrong size of pudding mix. It calls for a small pudding mix and I got a big one.
So we're guessing around 3/4 of it.
We think. It's gonna work out, it always does. So let's start by throwing in, 1 cup of butter.
Do those need to be anything?
It says softened, but this will
Can you talk for 8 seconds?
Sure. I'm really good at that. Also, a little bit of King family trivia. Dad's cousin Jonathan, who is Phyllis's son, just recently found some really cool program from basically the launch of the King family when they were doing a benefit, to build a church or something. So when he's finished melting the butter or softening the butter, he's going to tell us a little bit about that.
Here it is.
Here we go.
Well, this is just a Xerox. It was kind of old and yellow, but so it's black and white.
You might have to go up there and show them.
Oh, my word.
I'm just saying.
There it is. It says, an evening with the King sisters and their family. We were not the King family yet. This has got to be like 1960. Oh, hello. July 30th, 1963. And it was the first time that Aunt Bonnie had the idea. The Von Trapps have done it. The Sound of Music was out.
Why not us?
We've had our kids on stage for years, so we put together a show for Orinda, California, to help a church build a building.
Cool.
So they could actually help fund the building. And we went up there, and it was the first time we weren't the King family. It was an evening with the King sisters and their family. And I just looked, and it was King sisters, of course, did the whole first show. Alvina was in Spain studying guitar with Segovia,
wow.
I believe, one of the greatest classical guitarists in the world.
Wow.
So he couldn't even be there, or he would have been the second act, and we would have been like an afterthought.
Right.
But so I see that, and Ray, oh, there it is, Don and Ray Driggs. Ray's in this, we're having your cookies. And I sang with Liza, wow, we were stars, 2 numbers. Johnny, which I believe is, the cruel war is raging, Johnny has to fight. I want to be near him for more.
Sad.
Yeah, it was that Civil War song. Liza and I did that. That's the only reason I could sing on it, because it's about a guy. And bamboo. You take a stick of bamboo, you take a stick of bamboo. If you're lucky, I may play those on the guitar later on or something. But anyway, they were both from Peter, Paul, and Mary. We fell in love with their first album that came out, I don't know, 61, 62. But what a fun thing to see, including the ads, and there's a picture of basically all it was, because we weren't in the family then, so it's just showing my grandparents and their children, my mom and her sisters and brothers. So it's really kind of a fun thing. And then there are the King sisters, but
the very first program ever.
Chuck's Chuck Burgers, 4 locations in Lafayette, Orinda.
So that's pretty cool. I figure you guys might want to see that.
I have probably, except for the first night we did that, never seen it.
Again, yeah. Aww, history. And not to take away from that, but we've got butter sitting here. So the next ingredient is.
You're gonna let a great story get away, get in the way of baking something?
No, we've got to bake something.
Okay.
It's from the King family cookbook, which it's kind of a.
Is occasionally right.
Occasionally, when we're not taking over and making it our own, right?
Yeah.
So here is. We need 2 cups of flour. I'm gonna make a mess. His favorite thing about me are the messes that I make in the kitchen. Did you see? That was genius.
You just do it over.
I did it over.
That's the other way of doing
No,
it.
that's the sugar.
Oh,
This is
okay.
the flour. Someone recently told me, just hear me out, that I should not be consuming bleached flour. So I had to buy some unbleached flour. It's just me. Do your own thing. I'm just doing mine. All right. Here's our unbleached flour. 2 cups. Do you want to turn that on low? Watch it fly out at you like it always does at me.
I'm not going to allow that.
Whatever. I'm saving the flour right now as we speak. Oh.
Actually, I'm going to do a magic act here.
And bunnies are going to come flying out.
Oh, it's still coming out all over the...
See? You make fun of me, I tell you.
There's got to be something you do.
Well, they do make these big plastic
That's
shields
easier
that
than
go
just
up
flour
over.
and butter that wants to... Oh, don't even tell them. You may want to remeasure.
Look at what you did. Payback's a
Wow. We should have blown more money and gotten the one with the bigger bowl.
teeny little bit. This was a Christmas gift from me and Eric to you guys.
You should
So
have
that I could use it.
Spend a little bit more money.
Right. Okay, so we've got 2 cups flour, 1 cup butter. Do you want to attempt to guesstimate our pudding? 3/4 of this? Or
If I can see how much it is.
this cup light brown sugar. So I'll jump on to 3/4 of a cup light brown sugar. I'm gonna do that. He's working on the pudding. Make sure you buy the small vanilla pudding.
And who was the one that said you should check that out before you did it?
You.
My mind is a steel trap,
Nothing gets in.
and nothing gets out.
Do you want to put the 2 eggs in there while I figure out
Do you
this?
have them out?
I do. See how good I am?
This is not really the...
Now you know how the other half lived. 2 eggs are in there now. I'm shutting this off so I can dump in this brown sugar. One.
I'd rather sit and play the guitar than do this. Or work the camera.
Come on.
I bet they missed all of the wild angles and zooms and stuff.
Probably.
Maybe they don't know that I was a producer at Warner Brothers for 25 years.
Is this all still recording? Okay, good.
So I know how to direct these cooking segments.
Hey,
Remember Enos, California Fever,
nobody remembers
Young
Venus,
Maverick?
Dad. I think
Private Benjamin, all those TV shows?
we're the only ones that remember that.
Associate producer. I may go get a picture of my credit upstairs. What are
So
you
we
doing?
have our vanilla instant pudding, our 2 cups unsifted flour, 1 cup butter, 3/4 cup light brown sugar,
Vanilla?
2 eggs. We need a teaspoon of vanilla, and you know how we do this, right?
Yeah, more.
More. More is always better. Mo better when it comes to vanilla. 1/4 cup sugar, azúcar. 1 teaspoon baking soda. We're almost there, guys.
If you have a dental appointment, you can play this video while they're pulling your teeth and it'll... Or listen to Kenny G. I understand you can have any kind of surgery while Kenny G is playing in the background and you won't
And
feel
you
it.
don't feel a thing. It numbs it all. All right, so do we have everything? We've got everything. The last ingredient is 12 ounces
Oh, here, let me clean up the vanilla.
chocolate chips. There we go. See?
Oh, it is.
I did. Turn it up. There we go. I think we're good. All right, so now we are going to, how thick is it? We need to taste it. good. Do you think it's too thick?
Oh, no, not.
I don't either.
Oh,
So now what we're gonna do is drop rounded teaspoonfuls on an ungreased cookie sheet.
what is different about this? Is
The
it just that it
pudding.
has pudding in it?
I think so. It tastes just like chocolate chip cookie dough.
Will we be right back or are we continuing?
We'll be right back after this commercial
After a
Message?
pause for our.
from our sponsor.
And in the King family days, it was Clairol because of.
I thought it was the King
I'm down
family.
there.
Always flies the friendly skies of United.
Well, that too.
And we're back. Cookies are out of the oven. They look like delicious chocolate chip cookies. Got some cooling here so we don't burn our faces off. And while they're cooling, Dad.
Well, this is going to be about 10 seconds.
Okay.
I'm getting ready to get with my cousins again at my brother's house at Arrowhead every August. And when I can in December. But I was thinking of a song. I don't know where, I think it was because of that program we had.
Yes.
But I'm not sure. I think this is one of the very first things the King Cousins sang. I believe we were at the Shoreham Hotel, which is downtown Washington, D.C. And you perform outside unless it rains, and all of the, very elegant, all the people are seated at the tables.
Posh.
I have not sung the song, sing did it, for, how many years is that? Probably 60, summer of 65, 66. Then
Not
I'm
a
only
song.
do about 10 seconds, but. They say there's a tree in the forest, a tree that will give you a sign. Come along with me to the sweetheart tree. Come and carve your name next to mine.
That's it?
Well, there's more to it. That's,
Baby,
I just thought.
Are we trying the cookies now? Cookie for you.
I played some wrong chords in the song, but that's okay.
That's a good cookie.
Is it lighter?
It feels lighter. Maybe that's what the pudding does.
Because the weight's going on me,
Instead of
and the cookie's lighter. It's very good, Ray. I'm proud of you.
nicely done. From the kitchen of Ray.
And
Drinks.
you should follow the instructions better than us. I'm
We
probably
did a
drunk.
great job.
We mentioned two songs that Liza and I did on this show that was pre-King Family back in like what did we decide?
63?
61, 62,
What do I
maybe
know?
63. Anyway, I haven't sung these in what is it, 50, 55 years or something, but I remember a verse or two, so do a real quick one. And they were Peter, Paul, and Mary, that was the rage. You take a stick of bamboo, you take a stick of bamboo, you take a stick of bamboo, you throw it in the water. Oh, 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 Hannah. Of course, there was two of us. River, river, she comes down. River, she comes down. And there's a whole bunch of verses. And the other one is, this is a terrible key, but, and I sang this with her because it's about a guy. So, yeah, as a duet, it worked. The cruel war is raging. Johnny has to fight. I want to be near him from morning till night. Tomorrow is Sunday. Monday is the day that your captain will call you, and
sad.
We were probably too stupid to know it was even an anti-war song back then. Anyway, those are the 2 songs that we did that was listed on that flyer. I hope you enjoyed those.
There you go. Dad said, I think we actually did these right for once.